guys, it's Kayla here. I'm going to film another process video today, but I just wanted to do a little intro first. And firstly, I do apologise if you can hear Sesame Street in the background. Keeping it real, my son's in there. I've given him a banana so he's quiet just so I can film this. So I'm really sorry if you can hear that in the background. So what I wanted to show you before I start is that I have a little boy. I don't have any girls. I'm the only girl in the house apart from one of my dogs. So what I've decided to do is get a kit that looks very girly. If you look at it first time around, there's a lot of girly patterns, and I've decided to pick out what I think could work for a boy page. And I just want to show the versatility of the kit because I have managed to pull together a few things and make it more boyish. So this is generally what I do before I start filming a video, and this is what you don't see. Usually I put together what I want to use and I might arrange some embellishments on the page just so I know the direction I'm taking, because I know some people film process videos and just film it as they go, but I'm a very slow scrapbooker usually, so that would take me quite a while. So I just wanted to get an idea in my head of what I was doing. There, I knew I'd find it. That's what I wanted. Yeah, so basically the design I'm going for is a watercolor look on this side, and then I'm going to cluster the embellishments up the page this way. Now I've picked out of the pack the more boyish embellishments. As you can see, there's what's left is all very pink and very sort of girly orientated, except the pineapple, which I am saving. And there's a few other there's a few other blue ones which I could probably use. I really want to use these Shine Like a Diamond, but I don't know how I'll get those on there at this stage. So I've done that, and I've picked those from the TSK ephemera pack, and my plan is to use this water grain texture with the jars, and I'm going to cut out the middle and save what I can because I'm being really stingy. I like to get the most out of my kits, so I'm going to edge it with that and maybe even use my sewing machine, which will be the first time this year. So the papers that I've decided to use, I think I really wanted to use this one as a whole background, and I know that I saw someone use it like that, and I've been trying to find the picture and I can't find it, which is a shame, but I kind of like both sides, so I don't know what I'm going to do with that. I do want to use a bit of gold because I've got some gold accents on there, so I'm thinking I will use that one. And I've turned this very girly floral over for the dots, but I may cut out some of the blue, maybe. I do like fussy cutting. And then we've got this white and blue polka dot. I thought that would be very versatile because what I plan to do is do a lot of layers behind the photo, and also I can use this side because I don't particularly, it doesn't bother me that it is a floral because it's navy and it's only going to be used as a layer. Then there's this, which I thought fit perfectly because what I want to do is, I'm going to find a title about like sun, moon and stars or something, because I thought that would fit really well with the constellations and things going on here. And this lilac pattern I don't think will go, so I'll probably just use that side, and this one I probably won't use. That'll probably be for another layer. So that's how I've utilized a very sort of what you see first off as a girly kit, and sort of picked out the more masculine things. I've still got a fair few stickers left over from the PLK kit, so I'm thinking I might even use some of these, maybe even the Daydream and the Oh Yeah, I don't know yet. We'll see how they all fit in. And of course I'm going to use bits and pieces from the Bits and Pieces kit. So we've got the sequin trim, the gold hearts. Now I think that's actually from TSK and that works perfectly. And there's these gold circle tags. I don't know, this is the bit that I don't plan, just the embellishments. I've sort of worked that out as I go. And I've got these dots left over from PLK, so of course the teal and the cream will work really well with this page. And as for alphas, I've got these left over from PLK, and I've got the bigger alphas from BPK, and these ones are from TSK. So I don't know, I think I might even mix maybe those two together for the page. So I'll just see how I go. And I've pulled a couple of the things I've been using on my desk that are from my own stash. Just these chalkboard banners, which were in the kit, I just can't remember which one, a while ago. And of course my trusty word stickers that I'm using a lot of. And these are also from a kit, Gloria, I believe. So I've pulled a few older things from kits to use as well. What I'm going to also show you is how I created this, and it is inspired by Wilna Fustenberg. So I have kind of been inspired by one of her recent pages to create this, and I've used just a 3 different blues or greeny colours. That's a bit of green. And they're called, for those that have them at home, they're blueberry, cotton candy and snow cone. And I've used the sponge that comes in the big kit just to blend them a little bit and colour them. So what I will do is, because I've already done my page because I wanted it dry, I'm going to do another one, maybe in a different colour combo, to show you how I created that effect. Okay, so now I've spoken a little bit about how I've chosen the bits and pieces, I will turn this video off and get right into the process. Thanks! Hi guys, so now I'm going to show you how I created my little gelato background, and I'm going to show you using a different colour combination. So that was my little box of different gelatos, and I'm using a few different tones of like orange and yellows. So now, if you haven't used a gelato before, or if you do have them and you haven't sort of played with them much, it's much like a crayon. It's just got a very it's quite nice to work with. It's like a very I don't even know how to describe it. It's a really nice, like, thick, very pigmented jelly type texture. But the one thing I've learnt from playing with them is that you really need to apply quite a bit of colour. Like, don't be afraid to push really hard on the gelato and apply quite a bit of pressure, because it does need a lot on there if you want the really highly pigmented colour. So what I do now is I've used a sponge, and this came with the gelato kit that I bought, and this helps to sort of mix the colours and help it blend. So once I've done this and I've got my colour selection, I'm just going to wet a paintbrush and go over the gelatos just to make the colours flow. You don't need much water. These work really well with just a little tiny bit of water, and as you can see, they're moving quite well. So the more gelato you apply, the more obviously the colour is going to move around the page. Now I'm using just some white textured cardstock from American Crafts, but I'm sure that you could probably get the A3 watercolour pads and probably do that if you wanted a paper that was able to take a bit more water. As you can tell from this one, it has buckled a little bit, but so did the blue one that you can see to the right. I just stretch out my paper, which is something I learnt from Wilna Fustenberg on YouTube, sorry. And so when I'm done, I tend to get another piece of cardstock and I'll stretch it out, or use a heat gun and dry on both sides. That tends to help it dry as well. But yeah, that's how I've created the blue background, as you can see. And now what you can see is what you can't see, sorry, is I've mounted it on some of the Dear Lizzie paper, and also I've put some cardstock behind that, so it's completely flat. You wouldn't be able to tell any buckling occurred whatsoever. So now what I'm doing is I've cut one of those Dear Lizzie die cuts, the frame, in half, and I've applied half to each corner. And what I'm doing is I've picked out, obviously, some of the more boyish die cuts, and I'm trying to layer them all up vertically down the page, up and down the page, sorry. So I'm just playing around with it and seeing what works where. Now, I love to layer so much. It's just that I never know when to stop and start sticking things down. Obviously, when you start layering things lots and lots, it makes it really hard to go back and adhere everything, because you've then got to pull everything up. But that's all right. You'll see how I do it. So there's a lot of, like, I don't know, this page came together really quickly and I'm not actually entirely sure why. I stuck with a very simple colour scheme. I went with the blues and the golds. So, and there was quite a little bit of wood in there as well. So it was a really simple colour scheme and it was just easy. I don't know if it's like, I find that when I work with a kit as well, that I just can create layouts so quickly. I've tucked that gold doily in there as well, and that's from Orla, the Bits and Pieces kit from January. And so I've combined three kits on this page, actually, all three, because I've put some gold stuff from the Orla kit. I've got the scrappery kit, obviously, which is what this layout is mostly made from. And I've also put some of the PLK Nova in, which you'll see in, I think I used some of the stickers from the DLSE sticker sheet and also the thickers, which were the grey wood grain thickers. Now I'm just looking through the papers and I was trying to find a paper that I could layer behind my photo. I was going to use that beautiful navy paper, but I found that it just really didn't suit the photo. Maybe it would suit a colour photo that made it pop out a bit more, but this light blue polka dot worked a lot better with this particular photo. So I think I applied that and then I added some Gold Star vellum, which isn't from the kit, but I got this in one of my scrappery purchases somewhere along the line. But anyway, I just decided to go with that. I'm just freeballing the cutting because I don't really mind. I'm not a perfect scrapbooker by any means, so it doesn't really bother me too much. So now I realised when I placed that down that it was going to be a bit bigger and cover up the words, so I've had to move a few bits and pieces, but that's alright because the adhesive that I use doesn't stick. It does stick, but like you've got a bit of time to move things around, which works really well. So once I'm happy, I stick down my photo, and this then forms the base of my layout, and I can start layering on top. So these are the stickers I was talking about that are from the Pretty Little Kit. So I have quite a few left over, as I only made one Project Life spread from the sticker sheet. So I'm just picking out a few bits and pieces that'll work well. I've got the little word stickers which I place on the photo, and that gorgeous little gold key. And these gold heart glitter stickers are from Orla, and the sequin trim is from Orla as well, which I have used on everything lately. I've been obsessed with that sequin trim. It's so beautiful. And I find that my Tim Holtz mini attacher or tiny attacher is really cool to work with for that, because it's like, it would be pretty hard to, I think, glue down or tape down, so I find just using a stapler really easy. My stapler gets used a lot because it's just simple and easy just to staple something on. Yeah, so, and something else from Pretty Little Kit, I'm using the enamel dots, which, as you can see, there's also quite a few left over. These gorgeous gold stickers are from the DIY shop range, and I was just trying to figure out what I wanted to write on my title. Now, I'm one of these people that has trouble writing titles. I really write boring titles, and so I decided to write Sweet Child of Mine, which I know isn't a song, but I honestly don't know who it's by. I just know it's a song. So that may be showing my age because I feel like it might be an older song and it's not from my era. So I apologise if you do know the song, and I'm just, yeah, you'll be able to tell how old I am when I say I don't know which one it is. Now these, I'm going to combine them with these grey wood grain thickers from the Pretty Little Kit to write the rest of the title, because I thought the gold would be really overwhelming if I used too much of it in a large title, whereas these grey wood grain thickers are quite understated. They're really nice. I really like them. I actually really like the font. I'm not sure what this font is called because I've seen it in a few thickers before. So now I'm just finishing up my embellishing and adding a few bits. That grey wood grain banner is from my own stash, and I'm just adding a flare button from my own stash as well. And I added the grey wood green heart, which was from the grey wood green thicker pack. So I thought that went well above the gold letter stickers, and it ties it in with the title below as well. So now I'm just adding little bits and pieces just to finish off the layout. And one of these gorgeous gold tags, I couldn't work out where to put it at first, but it ends up there on the corner, and I think it looks quite cool with the string hanging out. I wasn't quite sure how I'd use those circle tags, and I'm glad I got one down on the page because I was really worried that I wouldn't end up using one. So now I'm at this point where I think I might be finished, which I'm pretty sure that I am at this point. Oh no, I'm adding a few wood dots, which are from my own, actually no, they're from an old embellishment kit, Hunter, which was the wood themed kit. So now I'm going to give you a few close-ups, and I hope you enjoyed this layout, and I look forward to sharing more with you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.